Had to let that play a little bit. Just keep it in the background for a moment. What is up, everybody? Riker Sean here. Sadly, I cannot get the broadcast of the Seahawks and whoever the hell here on the Enterprise. So I figured I'd just compete with the NFL. Hold on. It's too good. Hell yeah.
So take a big step.
Gotta get in there.
Take the gamble. Take control of our fear.
All right. Enough. What is going on? Nodak, Christopher, C. OK, terrific. Needle? Chip Football, what is up? Welcome. Snowmageddon, if you're, I don't know, in most of the country. So I know you're stuck in. You're stuck inside, probably watching NFL football. But again, my feed was disrupted. I don't know who's responsible, but we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll get to the bottom of the responsible party. Gotta fade this out slowly. I don't have much control with this. I just had like a little board. All right. Then we'll get rid of that. Look at that. Yeah, man. It's not my theme. It's my friend's band, and I stole it. I didn't even ask permission. Didn't even ask him. I'm pretty sure it's published everywhere, so I will get a copyright strike, of course. Even if I got permission, there'd be no way for me to prevent the copyright strike. It would be a whole thing. All right. Do I have everything set up here? Maybe. Maybe. Welcome, welcome. Three Name Bandit. What is up, my man? Todd OG, welcome. Oh my God, 74. I'd kill. It's freezing here. That's right. It's never going to stop snowing and sleeting. We're just inside forever. Well, I'm on a starship, but, you know, I'm following your weather patterns there on Earth. Looks like you're in the shit. That's what it looks like. To me, at least. Let's get a couple tables. Everybody's snowed in, so there's plenty of tables running. I've been playing a little bit today. Lucky earlier. And found some good tables. So there's plenty of tables going, so we're not going to stand for shit tables today. If the table's just abnormally nitty, off they go. Off they go. Oh, the intro song. So that song is called Nervous Math by my friends in Mentiroso. I think the album is called The Long Con of Misunderstanding. They actually have a second one coming out, but they're all good friends of mine. But that record is stellar. Like, forget that they're my friends. It's a great album. So give it a follow, give it a listen. You know, I'm always going to put over my friends, but this ain't no bullshit. This is the truth. Mentiroso, The Long Con of Misunderstanding. Give it a go. Not here while you're hanging out with me, though. Actually, you can. I don't care. I don't care. Got some tables going. Oh, my man Scott is back in the action. Back in it. Yeah, a little surprise stream. I was sitting here, snowed in, shoveling. Even with a snowblower, life is terrible. We 3-bet with ace-8 suited, which is actually close. I prefer to almost just 3-bet shit that I would hate to get blasted off of. And on a king-high flop, I think we can bet, like, really small a lot of the time. Oh, I got a spell Mentiroso. Can I share it? Can I? I'm taking a hell of a risk now. Hold on. Can I just move the window over? There it is. Mentiroso. Mentiroso. The long con of misunderstanding. There was an open and a 3-bet, and I have jacks. We will 4-bet small. And I'm pretty happy to fold in this pool if I get jammed on. Brandon Moreland, welcome. Glad you're here. Oh, you finally getting the snow there, Scott? You tend to get the fluffy stuff way up there, though. Get the fluffy. Here, I got a lot of the fluffy. I don't know, maybe 10 inches. And then it's just been a mix with sleet and ice forever. And even with the snowblower, it's just a lot. It's just a lot to deal with. And now I don't want to anymore. Oh, yeah. Thanks for following them, Christopher. That album's been out for a while. But again, I'm always going to put my friends over. But if I didn't think they were fantastic, I wouldn't be using their music here. They are fantastic. And that album was mastered by the one and only Pete Evick. So if you are following me from the show, you know who Pete Evick is. He's a fantastic producer on top of being an amazing guitar player. We're going to 3-bet ace-queen suited out of the big blind. West X, welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't. If you have not subscribed, please do. There will be no meatball sub. I've made a decision in my life. I think it's time to start chasing health greatness. The good news is I don't think anybody would deliver a meatball sub to me right now, because the roads are horrible, by all reports. What is up, Chad Dukes? Welcome. I do know Pete. I've known him for a long time now. He's selective as to when he remembers me. But my good friend Kurt has known him for I don't know how long, ever. And has introduced us 8 million times. We've hung out, gotten to eat. If you're feeling preposterously generous, my Venmo's over there on the left at Riker Sean. If you send me a message, I'll read whatever you write. But I won't order a meatball sub. That I won't do. We have ace king on the second table. On the first table, we have three ace, and this game looks like it's going to break. We defended. We turned a set on the first table. I don't think there's much to do here, except bet big on table one. On table two, with ace king, ace king has a surprising amount of equity in a single raised pot. We will call and see what they do on the river. With the large overbet. I mean, I don't think I need to bluff catch here. I'm not ordering a steak and cheese. The good news is nothing could possibly deliver me food right now. So it's just nothing but ice out there. The double G, well, it's really the GJ, but I call him the double George. Welcome. Glad you're here. I got to silence my phone. We'll defend. That's right. I could order everything. It just won't make it right. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I don't think I'm competing with the NFL. How much sound do you need on the NFL? And what are we listening to here? I called because I felt they were range betting, but I think a check raise would have been better with this hand. But here we are. Now I reshuffled. I forgot my bridge noise. I was wondering why I was so quiet. Because I had the music playing. Oh. Chad Dukes. Thanks for a Venmo. I'll take a look here in a moment. I will check. I opened the small blind. They called out of the big blind. When they elect not to bet, I don't think they have a king or anything like that. In the 9 pairs, that's unfortunate because they do have a lot of 9s. I think ace high is like pretty good, but like so is just betting once on the river. I think it just gets a range fold. So I suspect it makes more than taking my ace to showdown. Look, I said I'd read it. I didn't say I would do it. Chad Duke says just go all in right now, please. Like I said, I'd read it. I'm not doing it. Let's see, there's $224 here. So I guess if you Venmo'd me that amount, I would jam it. We flop the nuts. God, I'm blocking everything. I have 8. I'm just going to check and see if somehow they can catch up. I mean, I've got to start putting money in here at some point. But it's hard for them to have anything. So I'm going to go really small, see if we can't just make a few bucks. If somehow they freak out, that's not bad. You might be thinking about raising here, which is pretty great for me. I mean, I don't think it takes this long to decide whether you're going to call $5. God damn, Scott with a 16-hour session yesterday. That's a long session, man. Like playing at the level that you're playing at. Like we're really trying to fucking focus on every hand being played. That's a long session. How'd it work out? This is not the... You flop top pair on a monotone board. Life is not great. We'll check and see what happens. They check. Oh. Looks like Mike just subscribed. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. I think we're 5 away from 500 now. I'm going to check again. I mean, I just don't know. The delayed C-bet for that size I actually think is overbluffed. We're going to call. And overcard isn't great. We'll check again. I think I'm going to fold, though. I got alarm bells going off here. They delayed C-bet, overbet the Queen River. I mean, like, they're basically saying they have a flush or queens. It's hard for them to have not had queens with a diamond in it. And, of course, he cuts out, so I kind of think he might... I don't know what that is. When they like make a big bet and then basically leave. I don't know if it's a bluff or if it's value. Oh, 10 hours at 2-5-10. That's a good 2-5-10 session. Even after a giant all-in where you ran it into aces, you left up. That's pretty good, man. You know, when you lose a couple grand in one hand and you still leave up, that's, you know, if you figure a normal win rate, yeah, that's like really good. You're not going to sit here and play short for very long. It's just not going to happen today. There's plenty of tables running. I don't know why they can't get people set. Good fold, you think, Brandon? I think so, too. But I did have alarm bells going off. It's possible he just flopped a flush and checked it back. Especially if he had the nuts. was that like 2/3 ish turn bet that I was kind of suspicious of. Bobby Double L, what is up? Welcome. Parlay Popes, I didn't schedule a show, but I figured, because I was like, well, I'm competing with the NFL. So I had been playing poker anyway, and I felt kind of warmed up, and I was like, oh, I should stream for a little bit. So we'll see how I feel here in a while. In a while. God, it's so funny, like, because everybody in this pool is really tight, like I start having really naughty, like how loose can I 3-bet from the small blind? I think King Jack off is actually really close, but how do we give this man money? Oh, it's easy, Bobby Double L. If you look over on the left there, you'll see my Venmo at Riker Sean. And now I know how to look at a message if you do. The Venmo at Riker Sean. See if we can get action. Huh? I think Bobby Double L even knows my Venmo. I think he's trying to help me out. Oh, maybe not. I do appreciate Venmos. They are welcomed. I used to say that I'd spend all of that money on pizza, but that's not true anymore. I'm trying to turn it around. Let me go back to what Scott was saying there. I'm always interested. Oh, 5 hours was 5-handed versus 4 fun players. God damn, in a 2-5-10 game? Yeah, that's a dream. Yeah, they're definitely not ready for the smoke you're bringing. How a dual stream, the number one poker joining forces with the brick continuum. Is that what you're going to be doing? The snow in West Virginia was 8, maybe 10 inches. I don't know. But that was this morning, and we got probably a couple more. Plus the fucking ice. It's been sleeting here for a long time. So it's been great. It looks like I wasn't out there at 10 a.m. busting my ass moving all that shit. So I get to do it tomorrow morning. Damn it. Yeah, so pretty late. Yeah, I think all the places where they were saying there was going to be crazy snow, it finally normalized. I wonder how we could do it. Could the Brick Continuum and number one poker be on the same stream? Could we dual stream? That'd be interesting, right? So we'll give each of these tables a little bit, but if they're nitty, the pool is pretty big and a little looser today. Imagine a lot of people in Pennsylvania and West Virginia area, I think Delaware, states where these players are in, are not able to get to the casino. So there's no reason shouldn't be able to get some action. This one. I mean, nines is definitely a call. Just sucks for that size. But this player does not appear to be a nit. It just sucks because I get kind of stuck. I could hear an argument for folding. But this person shouldn't have shit. The fact they called is insane. I must have been playing with him earlier to have that many hands. God, this stinks. I don't know. It's weird because now I'm here. Oh, that's not good. My guess is he'll make it easy for me. Yeah, so I think if he had ace king here, he'd check. Is what I would think. I think he would just check too much, so we're just gonna fold. If he's bluffing, good for him, but I just don't see it. I mean, he's just setting up the all-in on the river for nothing. Oh, let me check my Venmo. Thank you, Bobby Double L. Oh, God. Holy shit, Bobby Double L. Thank you. Pizza. Make it so, number one. I can't do pizza. I'm figuring it out, man. Can't fold 9-9 with the backdoor straight. No, not on the flop. On the turn, I think I can just call it a day. I just think when they have ace king or ace queen, if they happen to have it there, is not going to bluff in a range that is basically all full houses at that point. So when they pick a size that's just... You think it's over bluffed? I don't think. I think that people get pretty scared, man. I think they get pretty scared of trying to make a full house fold. Remember, there was a call in between. I think my range there is really strong. This guy's aggressive, but I think that's crazy. Look, I'm very happy. Hey, we flopped the joint. Is there any way to get paid? Bet small. Try to just kind of get everything to come along. I don't think there's any merit to checking. Like, his hands that can't call third aren't going to improve. I'll check the details in a minute. It's hard to do this when I'm actually also trying to play poker. George asked, did I start with 200 and now I have 203? Kind of. I mean, I auto top up, so I would never fall below $200. Jesus. All right. Got a little. All right. We're going to do an ad read here. This is my first ad read on the show. Let me try to do this professionally. I'm in the hand. Here's what we'll do. We'll sit out all the hands. Sit out all cash next hand. Hey, we flop top pair with a flush draw. It's a pretty good hand. Now we could test if this guy's insane. We will bet half pot. Nothing. All right. Let's put the action here. Chad Dukes. Yeah, man, you could anybody can send me a Venmo for an ad read. You got a business you want to pimp? Let me know. I'll do it here. On Saturday, February 17th, number 1 poker in the Brick Continuum, episode number 1, high noon. Head on over to the at Chad Duke Show on YouTube and like the video. So go over there to Chad Duke Show on YouTube and you will find the Brick Continuum. I believe Chad is going to begin assembling the Lego Enterprise, which is very exciting because at first he wanted me to do it, and I don't want to. So now he's going to do it, and somehow we're going to dual stream. I imagine a phone call will be had with Josh Schroka about this, but February 7th, I feel like I said the wrong date before, but the 7th, at high noon, February 7th, high noon, number 1 poker and the Brick Continuum, episode 1. So this should be fun. I have no idea what we're going to do. I feel like it'll be harder if I have Chad talking shit to me while I'm playing poker in real time. So I should prepare for punting. So we'll find out. I appreciate the Venmo. Thank you very much. Me trying to figure out a phone is a nightmare. Yeah, February 7th. I got it now. It's all right. All they got to do is go to the Chad Duke Show on YouTube, find the Brick Continuum, and at least for a couple of hours, I will stream alongside Chad as he is building the Starship Enterprise Lego. Thank God. Thankfully, it's not me. Josh Kim, you can send me money for an ad read that has me saying something mean about Ant-Man as long as it's not too crazy. Everyone's going to get assimilated. Have no fear. Welcome. Yeah, look, you send me a Venmo. Now, look, if it's $1 and you want me to say some horrible shit, that ain't going to work, okay? But I have no problem saying bad things about my friends. You just have to pay a little bit of money. And you can clip it. I don't care what you do with it. I mean, Ant-Man will never hear it if it lives here. If he just lives on this channel, I don't even think he subscribes. He's a bad person and a bad friend. This person limped. Kind of picked a big size, though. I really just want to check race. But we won't get crazy. How many hands do I have? Oh, no hands. All right, I'll play poker and you'll put Legos together, Chad. It'll be a boring stream. Well, let's see. Like a combined 37 viewers, I would kill, Chad. I would murder for 37 viewers. A study stream, Scott. That would be interesting. God, how would we do it? I'd have to figure out how to... that's not true. I could do it. That'd be hella interesting. I think there'd be some people that would check it out. We could talk about it, Scott. We'll have to figure out how to do it. Josh Kim, you're just going to send me tongue twisters? Look. Again. I accept Venmos. Okay, Terrific says he will watch the me playing poker while you play or put Legos together. DC Sportsmark asks how much it would be to watch me eat a large bag of Doritos while I stream. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Can't be done. There's no amount. That last week when I was sick and then I didn't eat, and now I've been like eating correctly, I forgot what it feels like to not be a bag of shit. I can't do it anymore. I can't do the whole bowl of empty bowl queso. Now I recommend everybody else does it. It's fantastic. Yeah, I think Shroga can help. We will 3-bet nines. Who are in the blinds? Actually, I think we get both blinds to come along. And Jesus, how does this guy fold this time? Oh, I forgot it's only 17 hands. Well, now I feel like a boob. It was a very fast check. But I don't want to blow the pot up. And there's an ace of spades. Not great. He snap checks again. Now I do think there's hands I could just get value from. But is nines really worth more than one bet? I don't think I can fold to one bet on the river. Just call. Oh, well. It's easy to snap check when you have the nuts. Everybody's got a price. This is what it feels like to be a sex worker trying to get out of it. I'm out of the eating game. You guys, I've eaten myself into a really bad spot. I think Friday Night Solid Dudes was just so crazy. I think we were going to get to it, but we'll probably talk about it this week on the show. I was so sick last week, and at this point, there's no denying that my diet is might actually be killing me. Look, I'm quitting pizza. Oh, man. This is fucking weird. How in the world? Like, I'm blocking aces and kings. So there's 3 combos ace. This seems crazy, but I don't know that I have to fucking be all in here. I just... The pool is so tight. I mean, I don't understand. But I have no reason to believe that I'm actually flipping. Now, this person somehow hasn't just snapped it off, so I'm mad confused. He should call. How is there still money behind? Come on, you slow fucks. Will he get fucked by the club? He does! Oh, you got just one click from the ad. Hey, look, I know that you're here watching, but everybody, head on over to Chad Duke Show on on YouTube and click the whatever it's called. I already forgot. Hold on, I'll do this correctly. The Brick Continuum. It'll be a dual stream. I disagree, Scott. I don't think I could jam there. I think when there was a cold 4-bet and then a 5-bet to not all in, I think he only has aces and kings. And then the other person has to have queens plus. I don't think that I'm ever good. I don't think that I'm actually priced in. Well, it was between jamming and folding, but given the pool tendencies, I don't think that... Like, why was it a 5-bet to not all in? I mean, it was begging for a call, right? Like, I'm just getting trapped there. And the cold 4-better, there's no way they're folding. So ace-king suited 3 ways, it just can't have the equity. If I think that the 5-better's range is kings plus... and a cold 4-better's range is queens plus ace-king suited, it just can't be good. Yeah, that 5-bet was like, what is going on here? And of course, I'm trying to read the chat. I don't think it takes me that long to like fold if I'm just playing and like focusing. And I go, wait a minute, what person ever chooses not all in 5-bet? You're like, it might only be aces. Like, literally might only be the only hand. Am I really 3 away from 500 subscribers? Thank you so much. Maybe the Brick Continuum dual stream will set me over. You don't think I got to be able to get 3 more subs before then? What day is it? It's the 25th of January. I'd be so upset. What if I didn't get to 500 before then? In another week and a half. Or that's 2 weeks away. I think I can just go bigger. This person's lumped a lot. He's a fish. This person's been pretty aggressive, right? Yes. Small raise, we'll just call. Flop second pair. Check. Picks are great sizing because I kind of just have to call. Raising is out of the question. pot will be 160. I mean, I'll have an SPR less than 1, then what am I folding to? I feel like the river bet's coming so often. I don't know. I've used up way too much time. I've got to stop fucking around with this when I have a decision on this table. PMAR South, welcome. You added some tickets to my... Is that my club WPTG Gold? Hey, how'd you do that? How'd you even know my name on there? I think I only played on there once. Because I'm not Riker Sean on there. If you gave tickets to Riker Sean, I think you're in trouble. But some tickets for tournaments? Oh man, it means I'll have to use them. Then I'll have to play tournaments. Hey, what's my name on there? I don't know. Yeah, it's really hard for him to have bluffs. It's not a board that with that right ace queen where they have any natural bluffs. So maybe he's a lunatic and digging deep, but I don't think so. We'll just see a flop. We flopped a gut shot in a limped pot. I will check, but I strongly consider leading there. I'll fold. The 9 of spades isn't even clean anymore. Right, and then they also have to always 3-bet them and have the offsuit versions of them as well when they click the 3-bet, so who knows? They probably don't. Josh Kim, thank you for the Venmo. Josh Kim says, frivolous fat fanny fried fresh fish furiously. Jesus. Frivolous fat fanny fried fresh fish furiously. That is a tongue twister. I don't know why Fanny is frivolous. That bitch. But thank you for the Venmo. Bobby Double, thank you for subbing. Tell your friends. DC Sports Mark asks how I feel about going all in with Ace King off against the medium pair. Assuming that somehow I know their cards, I'm good. If it's pre-flop, then I think Ace King has a slight advantage. Yeah, somehow they turned their cards up. It told me they had 7s. Ace King is pretty happy to just be in there and get to realize all of my equity. It's hard for them to improve. I can get a better pair, or you can run out a straight. You never know. A couple ways to make a straight. If it's an all low board, maybe I get a wheel. High board, especially if they have a medium pair, then I have a nut straight. Just like the other night's stream, it's a tale of two tables. One, I am getting 0 hands in. Oh, so they have added money to this. Oh, ace deuce sucks. It's weird. So I was playing today, so I guess they're, I don't know, maybe it's some promotion they're running where Bet Rivers just puts money in the pot. And nobody seems to adjust to the fact that there's just extra dead money in there. So they got, today alone, I probably made like $25 from this weird like promo they're running where they just spike the pot. Oh, Scott, man, I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Scott said some very kind things, and everybody that knows me knows that makes me really uncomfortable. But he said, I believe in you, and I'm stoked to see you chasing your dreams. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you weren't in the stream the other night, Scott is somebody that I know from poker. Chad Duke Show says, by the way, it's an 8-hour stream. Sadly, Chad, I cannot be on the streaming poker for 8 hours. I will join you for a couple of them, and that is it. But I have other things going on that day. My hand still just wants to get to Showdown cheaply. I don't think there's any advantage to betting here. I don't know what he calls with it's worse, ever. Eight-hour stream. What's wrong with you? What did he have? He had 8-7. I don't believe you're going to stream putting Legos together for 8 hours. What kind of fraud are you perpetuating here? DC Sportsmark asks how many hours away I am from being able to accept super chats. Well, I won't disclose that. Or the first step is getting to 500 subs. The means of super chatting currently is Venmoing. That's it. It is more hours. Number one poker arc raiders and dabs. Man, Christopher's having a day. Chad says, as his producer, I have to help him produce 8 hours of content. I'm not doing it. No, I quit. Man, I'm really running out of jobs. I'm halfway to my dream. I'm going to be truly jobless soon. And homeless. We're almost there. I made plans that day that made me available for a little bit to hop in, and I'm not changing them now. So you can get me for 2 hours on that day. That is it. Christopher Scott, like, it sounds like Arc Raiders. I've watched videos of Arc Raiders and they're interesting, but I hate those games. Extraction shooters are not for me. Most of them is because I stink. This coffee has gone cold. I had to brew coffee late in the day because I was tired and very cold. was an interesting hand. I would like to review that hand. That was a strange hand. I would like to look at that one. You want to see a stream of Kathy packing baseball cards? Well, you're in the wrong stream for that. You gotta find where the Ant-Man is streaming. Good luck. Good luck. I couldn't keep him doing Heavy Riders. It was so hard to get him to help me. It's none of your business, DC Sports Mark. It's nobody's business. Yeah, right. You know what? I could be doing anything where I can't stream for 8 hours. Literally anything. I'm a busy boy. It's weird. The second table, like, I haven't been going to it, but it's not a bad table. I'm just not getting any cards. It's reasonably active. I'm just card dead. Getting a little more comfortable streaming, hanging out with you guys, and playing poker. So I'll probably add a third table by the next time I stream. So that there could be a little more excitement. I just don't know how I'm going to set it up yet. Chad, I can't change my plans. This is crazy. Some things are just how they are. You don't need to do an 8-hour stream that day. It's crazy. Did everybody get their copy of Are You Smarter Than a Solid Dude? Either have your mule or got the Above and Beyond edition, or can't wait to talk about it. That's all I care about. I'll have to listen to it again. I don't know. Iron Mike must say some shit that, like, YouTube really hates. For him to get censored all the time. I think I'm plenty good help, Kevin Smith. Plenty good. I cannot possibly be getting the correct price to set mine here with 4s, because that's all I'm doing is set mining. This guy is super active, though. God damn, George. We will call, but this is awfully close. Flop top pair with a good kicker, but his 3-betting range there should be pretty strong. Because my range when I open from the low jack is very strong. Then he checks. He gets to check a lot of diamonds. We are checking to call, though. Oh, when he picks that size, he's breaking my heart. I feel like when he bet the river previously, he bet a lot bigger. Did he backdoor the diamonds? Oh, he had ace-king. He bet, check, bet with top pair, top kicker. All right. Damn, Jeff School's already got his above and beyond edition. That is a win. He was really pricing his hand there, which is, God, now he's gone. As I'm starting to figure out how he's playing. Dude, Jeff School's, Jeff School's got his package from the USPS in less than 24 hours. What happened? How did it go? So I assume you've listened to it, Jeff, because it's spectacular. Don't say anything here, obviously, because I don't know how it's possible that anyone else has got one. Versus a fish in the big blind, I'm just going to open. And believe that I can beat him. Oh, you're waiting for USPS. Okay. This makes more sense. Oh, now I understand. You weren't using LFG as like an exclamation. You were telling them to hurry up. This makes more sense now. Like, there's just no way. Remember when Jim mailed me keys to the studio and somehow, by way of miracle, they did technically get near me, but I had to pay for them? Haha. Josh Chambers letting it slip that he works for the post office. They'll be letting that slip. They're blaming you for everything. How did Jim get a package near me with not enough postage? I've tried to send shit with too short of postage before. It doesn't get to its destination. How did he do it? Jeff is a crazy man. He is. Yeah, if you have an ad read or anything you'd like me to read, send over a Venmo. You see how well it worked for Chad? I think he got 2 additional clicks. So valuable. 2 additional clicks for the brick continuum. YouTube.com/Chad Duke Show. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you have the bell on. You want to be notified. I could have opened 7-8 off. Forgot. Yeah, the label got created. You know how this works. This guy's pretty tight. We're just going to flat and play a pot in position with ace jack off. We have no heart. Checked pretty quickly. Wheel check. There's another heart. He checked again. I don't think ace high has any showdown, but what am I getting him to fold? Definitely wasn't going to fold a flush on any planet. Queen 10 off he opened? This guy hasn't opened anything. Huh. You've seen people use the barcode for the book of stamps and it's gone to you. Shooty LaForge. Absolutely. That's the answer. Well, we 3-bet ace-5 suited on table. Not really folded, so boo. This table, one, I don't see how 8 doesn't just get through because everybody's in it. But I mean, there's a fish here, so I can't like leave the table. There's a guy just like trying to give money away. On table 1 with the 8, the nitty player does call. We will bet half pot. We're just targeting weird overpair combos with the club. That'll call. Shooty LaForge is great. We will 3-bet 10-7 suited. And I think you could 3-bet just about everything versus this pool from the big blind when they open in the small. We have 9s in the small blind facing open on table 2. Assuming the button doesn't 3-bet, we will 3-bet. A little over 4x. And we flop top set. We will bet around a third. If they have an overpair or hearts, I mean, they might consider raising. When they raise here that size, we are just going to put it in. Oh, set over set. That is sick. That is sickening. Look at that. Set over set. Set over set. You'll love to see it. Disgusting. raise really big in position there. They don't have a hand that's folding. So you just want to put it in. And he left. I'd feel sick after that too. That's a tough one. I would definitely probably have to take a walk. Set over set is not fun for the loser. How much to order a liverwurst, Sammy? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want any sandwiches. I'm good. I had some egg sandwiches this morning. They were great. I believe I have 3-bet this guy a lot. It's a fortunate W, yes. Yeah, when he turned over the set, I felt really good. You know, I assumed that maybe he had hearts or something. Just wanted to get it in. Yeah, he's definitely not happy. Those are tough. Like, I don't care how long you've been playing poker. Like, when that shit happens, I gotta, you know. I wish I could be like, oh, I'm above feeling bad about it. That's just not true. It feels bad. And there's no way to say that it doesn't. I'm not a robot. We'll check. I mean, this guy, we turn it open-ended. I would expect him to bet most of his kings on the flop on this type of board when it's really wet and dynamic. I still have 7s. We'll just check behind. That sucks. Ace is not great. Yeah, it's weird hands like ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. I think that's so small. Problem is if I raise here, if he's thinking at all. If he has a brain at all, what am I saying I have? That I turn the straight and let it check through? Like, I don't know in what world that would happen. Or turn to sad or something. Like, it just wouldn't occur. Oh, well, I got lucky. Not getting carried away there. What could this guy possibly raise now? Maybe he's thinking the bet's small. But he's telling a funny story, too. What's he saying he has? I suppose ace-6 in the big blind. It's kind of the only... It's hard to imagine anything else. I'm not ordering sandwiches. I had egg sandwiches after I did all the shoveling. I was so hungry. So I made myself a couple egg sandwiches. They were fantastic. I picked up some Chipotle cheddar cheese. I don't remember the brand. That was really good in there. It kind of melted it in. That was excellent. Oh, I should have taken a picture because this same brand had a really good horseradish cheddar. Which, of course, I am a fiend for. But I've thrown the wrappers away. Yeah, I had the horseradish cheddar last night. I mixed it into my beef and rice bowl. It was really good. I've got to see what's going on with the game. I am going to raise kind of big. See if I can't just get it heads up or take it down. Yeah. I think I'm going to take it down a lot there. Like collecting $4 is pretty great. On table 2, I am ruthlessly betting this small blind. So he's, I think... Look, I'm passionate about egg sandwiches, Chad. Passionate. Passionate. One of them had a fried egg on it. The other one, I kind of like scrambled the egg and folded it and cooked it just right. It was perfectly cooked too. It wasn't like hard scrambled eggs are garbage. Just get them the fuck out of here. It was a good soft cook. God, it was good. Maybe I work for Big Egg. Maybe Big Egg sent me a Venmo. What's that? That's right. When I think eggs, I think nature's best. A Big Egg sending me money. I'd be steamed if that were true. Oh, that live read is so bad, Chad. In fact, it was so bad, I got the date wrong the first time. I don't even have to re-look at it to know that I got the date wrong. This is the weirdest fish I've ever played. Oh, look. All right, I'll stop talking about them. I think that's silly. Never met somebody who hates on that type of sandwich, but okay, we'll stop. It's fine. It's fine. I understand. I know it's not a smoked old fashioned, but hey. Gotta pull up what's happening in the game at least. I am curious, even though my feed here on board is bad. Let's go over here. You don't want to see that. You like how I have a login that's Anthony? Hack his whole life. Jesus, why is this so big? Get out of here. Damn, I'm having a shootout there. That's right, Nodak. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I don't know exactly what it does. I find it hard to believe that my show could reach the algorithm. There was a guy for a couple weeks who lives in Australia that was watching. It was pretty neat. I haven't seen him since, though. He was in Melbourne. I think that fish is just betting his hand. Can we get action? Of course not. God, if I had 1,000 Nodaks, that's all I need. But everybody should take his advice. Okay, terrific. Look, we can't talk about it anymore. Sorry. It's been requested. I would, you know, can't afford to lose. I mean, technically, that's 2 viewers. That would be horrible. but I would let it run a little bit. I like it both. Both ways is fine. But that's as much as I can say about that. That's all I can say. Can I bet big once? And is it profitable? My thinking is yes. They just have they have so much weird offsuit shit that misses here. Once they call, I think I can just check. I don't need a triple barrel bluff from out of position. Apparently the sandwich talk is polarizing. I had no idea. I was just trying to talk about my day. They bet big and completely let me off the hook. I'll just fold. If they're bluffing, good for them. But they have so many offsuit King X combos and Queen X combos and Jack X combos that will just fold, I think. Got to imagine this guy one day is going to put his foot down. I know you haven't been watching this table 2, but I have relentlessly 3-bet him. Ace 10 suited is a call. Backdoor flush, backdoor straight, and 2 overs. Though I don't think the 10 really counts. He bets quarter pot, which is to be expected. We'll call 1 and see what he does on the turn. We've improved greatly. Bets tiny again, giving me a great price. We completely whiff. I'd imagine him just to shove all in here most times. It's kind of what should happen in a 4-bet pot. Yep. And I fold. If he somehow did not have jacks or queens or kings, then whatever. Look at this bonus spot. Dagger. Oh man, I'm getting inside skinny from the Chad Dukes household. Rams are gonna win. So we're 17-13 at the half. Get a Rams Patriots Super Bowl. Who do you have? Button flats with a lot of pairs and some ace X combos to kind of balance that out. That's a pretty big size. Just fold with 2 overs with not much else going on. Scott says this pool is so nitty. I know. I can't get back on clubs, man. It's horrible. And it definitely comes in waves, but yeah, I think like it's hard to stream this. Like it's fine if because like, they're so tight. Like it's kind of easy to like 6 and 8 table like, when I'm not streaming. But yeah, man, believe me, I miss clubs. It was the greatest site on the planet. It's still good, right? I mean, I was printing money, and because it allows for bum hunting, I was like, you could like see a 2K game going and see who's in it and go, okay, well these people are idiots. Like, and just hop in games that like I had no business playing in. Like I wouldn't even consider playing 2K on here. Like, but it didn't matter because you're like, oh, that guy's a PLO player and that guy's like a known lunatic. You just get in the mix. Maybe not 2K, but on 1K, it certainly happened. Jesus, that's a big raise. I guess not. It's technically a correct raise. We could fold ace deuce. It making no money. I know what I should do is stream like WPT. Because it's more exciting. And it is more exciting because you're shallow. The pots are always pretty big because of all the money in them already. Still more like entertaining. and there's crazy shit happening. So I get to use the sounders a lot more. Jeff Schools says the Pats will take it if they go to the Super Bowl with the Rams. All right. We had a break of the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but now it seems like we could be back in the mix, which is insane. And that lunatic had been waiting all day. We'll see if this works at this table. These people might be paying more attention. When I was playing earlier, everyone was just like, oh, whatever. That's a huge open and fold everything. And I'm just collecting money. Yeah. My God, it's free money in the middle. I will take it. It's so weird. I can't believe like how nitty this pool is. Like I just don't understand how. Like there's no reason to be. It's completely anonymous. Like this should be inviting to recreationals, and they're just not in here at a high volume. Now like New Jersey should be getting added soon. And I know that, like, Craig was able to play in that pool, in the Poker Stars pool, which I imagine some would come over here. Again, especially the Rex, because it's anonymous. Like, it's definitely, it's like recreational friendly. Oh, you guys didn't even see the table where I stole the money. See, I'm a dumb. My hope is once they add New Jersey, maybe. Like, the rake back here is pretty good. So, like, I don't know if they're grinding for rake back, a lot of the players. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, well, 3-bet 9's there. The big blind's completely unknown. Jesus, mother of God. This guy did this earlier, right? I think if you just take the nittiness of this pool into account and the size of that fucking 4-bet, like, can I just fold everything? I guess I really got to think about this. It's because the size is really, like, I don't know. The size is such that, like, I feel like I should be folding more, right? I made it 14. They made it 42. I mean, that's a 10% bet. It's really smart. I think you could get away with this. Like 10% is so cute. Especially if you have a hand that's basically invulnerable. Maybe I'm set up to a quarter. I don't know. I think continuing to call is crazy. I already contemplated folding pre because I think his range is so tight. Like, so what am I calling there for? But yeah, the rake back here is pretty good. Like, it's so good that I've contemplated, like, just 8 tabling and being a knit. I need to think about that hand some more. We'll think about it later. But given the nadiness, like, I should probably... What would, like, a normal raise there be? 36 or something? It's not unreasonable from out of position for him to go that size, but... I do wonder if I can go... Well, their range is, like, only Jacks plus. And I'm not getting a price to set mine, so just folding. The worst part is the pool is tight and they're slow. And it used to be like on ignition, even if I was at a slowish table, I would play fast and everyone would kind of start to pick up the pace. But they are all so slow here. Which would make sense if they're all just people grinding rakeback, I guess. Because the leaderboard is pretty good, but I don't think you could really, like, that's not true. At 200 here, like, the rakeback is pretty positive. Like, you're not probably not hitting the leaderboard, but you're racking up points and you could get to the next status. It's weird. They don't over defend, but they certainly under 3-bet. So who knows? George, explain the table minimum. Okay, so the maximum buy-in is $200. So it's 100 big blinds online typically in 6 max games like this, right? So this is $1, $2 blinds. The maximum buy-in is 200. So if I drop below that, it just auto tops me up. bet a really small size. I should have considered 3-betting. Or raising, rather. And he goes big. That's enough. I think the answer is actually raise or almost fold. On a king high two-tone. So yeah, so the maximum buy-in is 200. I have it set up so I'll never fall below that. If I do, the game just auto tops me back up to the maximum buy-in. No, you can't withdraw mid-game. So just like in regular poker, like in a live environment, you can't pull out. You can't go south. Like everything you've won is on the table. King 7's wide, but I think I get to be wide. Easy fold. I'd like to see this go to showdown. He just calls in position. So again, Jeremy here, 3-bet, and this is a cold 4-bet from the big blind. His range should be queens plus. I don't even think he ever does that with jacks. Maybe he has ace king in full. Right, you get to just click it and you can fold if you get jammed on with ace king offsuit. I don't know. But that sizing kind of was like screaming for a call from out of position. What is this guy doing? Yeah, George, it whittles away. It happens. But I have 2 tables going, so the other table's over here. But yes, it's just gone. That's poker. It's one of the things that, like, does get tiring in poker, which is like you're almost always up stuck. You basically almost always finish your session, even if you finish up, not as up as you were at some point. In poker, we call it up stuck. Oh no. You're telling me it's going to be harder to shovel the ice? Is it 8:30? Well, I'm fucking not doing it now. It's just going to be, I don't know, the way it is. I'll fight it tomorrow. But yeah, basically, like in poker, like everyone, you always finish up stuck. Like, not always, but it's like a thing, and it's mentally exhausting. Hell, even like Garrett Adelstein, who's probably almost certainly one of the absolute best. Dude, I can remember me and my coach, at one point he was like, you could probably just fold these. And it seemed crazy, and he was like, well, what do you hope happens? Versus someone that they so severely under 3-bet from the big blind versus a button open. Like, it's huge. It's funny because I recently reviewed that session where it's like a staggering. little bit half pot. Jesus. Yeah, recently went over that training session. I'd forgotten how egregious it is. The small blind under 3 bets facing a button open by a fair amount, but the big blind, it's like egregious. Like their 3 betting range is astronomically tight. We are going to wind down here soon. But I was discussing being upstuck. And I remember Garrett Adelstein, who's arguably one of the best cash game players, like, at least in the stream games. I mean, he was definitely an excellent player. And he had taken a step back, and I think he's considering getting back in, or has. I don't know. It's tough to figure out what he's doing. There was like a kind of like questionable cheating scandal he was involved in. He wasn't cheating. It was somebody else. He was kind of accused of cheating. Anyways. But even when he had like, kind of separated himself, and he was like, look, it's just, it's mentally tough. You always finish up stuck. It's, you were always up higher at some point during your session than when you leave. Not always, again, that's hyperbole, but most of the time. And it's tough. It's exhausting. You opened last night, Scott, King 9 suited from early position. You're 8-handed, okay? So you turn the pair plus the flush draw. You river, what is the nut straight? This is clearly a fold over here. If you would have bet big on the flop, would you have folded with the nut flush draw? Plus a backdoor straight draw? Probably not. Hell yeah, man. That's a good pot, though. That's a good check raise size. That is naughty. That is a naughty check raise size. On the river, because it's so much. Like, even for that game, it's a significant bet. Right, you're like, no, if you bet big on the flop, I'm in there with you. I'm in the mix. Like, you're like, sir, I had the nut flush draw. There was nothing. There was no size. Is there a size that he could bet on the flop? I guess he could go bananas. He could just jam the flop, but that would never happen. Or then technically you're not getting the price. God, what another just slow session. And I might be literally talking myself into never streaming this site again and only streaming the crazy one and just playing this, like, you know, when I can 4 and 5 table. Because it is painfully slow, because, you know, at least it's a little more moving when I'm just playing 4 tables, but this is crazy. It's also fun, like, looking at the stack that where I doubled up and it's just gone down to bullshit. Yeah, right. Like, of course there's a size, but right, nothing he could have chosen with a straight draw on the flop that would make you fold. I mean, what could he possibly choose? That's reasonable. Again, if the guy, I don't know, lost his mind, spazzed out, and shoved his entire stack in, I guess. Gonna start winding this. Oh man, it is sad, Scott. Again, the rake back is reasonable, but it's not like. And I think that I'm not being exploitative enough. Like, I think that I should be egregiously overfolding, facing 3 and 4 bets. Like, just egregious. That, like, nobody in the pool is exploiting me in that way. At 200, and I can just be ridiculous. The only other thing that, like, I haven't given a lot, I've thought about it, and is that, like, they're severely overfolding the 3 bets. And, like, how much can I get away with? So I've considered that. It was, like, really thinking about it in those terms. Now, of course, when I make all my money that way, I don't get any rake back because I'm not generating any rake. But yep, this is my options. It's this or in WPT Gold, which is like not a. It's a great option to play on, but you know, it's a little difficult to manage. But they've got to be the best online games next to clubs. The clubs games were egregiously soft. The problem, I'll tell you what makes me sad, is that like coin poker recently, you know, almost only because they were getting called out in the most recent video showing the like ignition bot ring, they refunded tens of thousands of dollars. Like, coin poker's bad. Like, there's no good site like where you can get it in volume. The problem with WPT is there's no rakeback program, which is bullshit, especially since they have the reveal the card things. Like, that's a site that is printing money and has seemingly new players every day. And because of the 3 blind structure and the antes, I actually think it's harder to have a bot on currently. I had a lot of hope for this site in terms of it being better. But they don't advertise a lot. I don't know what it is. It could be the pools are just bad. Maybe if New Jersey comes in, it spikes up. Because this is just West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Michigan, I think. Yeah, exactly. It's just harder to bot there. Same, any site that is quote attempting to be legitimate, it's just harder to bot because of all the know your customer rules. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. We will sit out all the cash in the next big blind. Yeah, I don't think I'll be working tomorrow. Yeah, they should be advertising this. Should definitely be advertising this site. It's a good site, and it's good for Rex. It really is. Huh. I feel like I can get value from an ace here. It's hard to figure out what's a good size. But I do think that I can get value from an ace. It took a minute. That might have been the most I could have gotten. Did he have an ace? Yes, ace jack. Ricardo Jose, welcome. You stopped by the store yesterday? Oh, you picked up a CD? That's awesome. I'm glad you think it's great. I think it's great too. I think it's an all-timer episode. And it's going to have... There's just so much fun to be had from it for the next year. Or forever. I mean, that shit... When the people... I know it's not the Stern Show, but... That lived there forever. There was no getting around it. It's great. I think that's the case here, too. There's implications from this episode forever. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, I think on the river, I could just target an ace that's trying to get showdown when the board two pairs. I definitely don't think they're going to bluff. Because now an ace has a lot of showdown value. We'll be wrapping up here soon. And one of the things this site does is gives you promo dollars, but you can't spend it on poker. So I think I have $5 that I have to play on a hand of blackjack. So we will play that before I leave. Why not? One single hand for $5 whole. I almost sized down, but I really thought an ace is just going to get sticky there when the board double pairs. What do I have? Like, that's always the weird thing when you're like torn between like half pot or it's like, God, can I get another dollar or two? I like dollars. Jesus. All right. Let's get out of here. All right, let me see if I can do this. I have a $5 promo that needs to get played through. So you have to find the blackjack table that will take $5 bets. They do exist. On here. Aha. Can I bring it into view? There, so we can all play it together. So yeah, the site will give you like bonuses, but you have to play through them. So it's $5. So I always just play a five, whatever I get, I put it on blackjack. All right, we'll put a five whole dollars on here. Well, yeah, we got to we'll just take the free double, I guess, since we're going to probably lose anyway. Might as well. If somehow we get an ace here, that would be great. Nope. Considering facing a 10, we're probably going to lose. Oh, big card, big card, big card. Nope. All right, there we go. That's enough of that. That is enough of that. Let's go to the camera. Ha! Ha ha! All right. Let me leave this crazy blackjack table and update my winnings for the day or losings. I don't know how I finished for the day. Somewhere around here, I have a sheet. What the hell? What is this? Get out of here. This one? Not that one. You hooker. This one? Yes. It's been fun. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Once I give you the latest tally, I will thank everyone that sent Venmos. I appreciate all of you. At Rivers. So we finished that session down a little bit. But again, we played earlier. We've played a bunch today. So we finished the day up 538. So then we go over here and we put it in our log. Say the 25th. I'm done playing for the day. What number did I say? right. And that finally brings us to the positive. We started this year down a little over 1,000 early, but we have played our way out of that, out of the hole. We're up $340. I don't think that's for the year. Technically, I'm up a little more, but I wasn't tracking. On this sheet, I wasn't tracking the cash, and there will always be some minor discrepancies between what I say here and a recording that's on YouTube and what is real. But we have dug ourselves out. We are finally in the positive of 340 doll hairs. So it's great to be in the positive. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. I thank everybody for stopping by. Thank you all for stopping by. And our wonderful Venmoers, Scott said, Scott, I have a confession to make, and I'll make it here. Brad said your name wrong so many times, I have no confidence in how to pronounce your last name now. But I believe it's said. But I don't know, because all that goes through my head is that Brad said it 18 different ways. So many different ways. Oh, Barley Popes, you want to see the video? I haven't played it in a while, have I? Let's check out John Frakes real fast. All right, let's see. See, if I was smart, I could just add this. Hold on, can I do it quickly? Let's find out. Let's see if I could quickly add. You don't want to see that? Oh, but I can't manage both while I'm doing this. Okay, so never mind. There he is. Let's hear from the man.
Riker Sean. Hey, it's Jonathan Frakes, Commander Riker from Star Trek The Next Generation. Or, hopefully, you watch Picard, Captain Riker, at long last. The very thoughtful Chad has reached out, and he told me that you're working your tail off as a mechanic, and you're starting your own poker YouTube channel. I love the name, Number One Poker.
Thanks,
now,
buddy.
Let me ask you a question. If you watched Riker play poker on Next Generation, and I've been thinking about this for years, why would he get in a game with Geordi, who could clearly see through the cards and knows what you're holding, Troy, who is empathic and feels the cards I have or don't have, Worf, who could kick my ass to find out whatever cards I do have,
That's right.
and Data, who's an android who has a brain bigger than all of us. Now, the only person he could conceivably take any money from is Dr. Crusher. Or maybe Picard, but he didn't join us very often. So good luck with Number One Poker, and happy holidays. That is for you, Biker Sean, from Chad, and from me. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
This is still, I believe, the greatest gift I've ever received. It's awesome. I won't tell you how often I just watch that myself, just while I'm alone. But it's amazing. Oh, no. That's the actual Riker. That's him. It's the real Commander Riker. But hell yeah. So, Scott, we'll see. Then if it's not said, then it's got to be said. He said it so many different ways that in my head it got fucked up. But hey, thank you all so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time, probably tomorrow, right here on Number One Poker. If you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed, like the video, have notifications on, because I'm not always going to set up a stream ahead of time. Sometimes I don't know when I'm going to get home. It's very difficult. But I'll be streaming. So I'm glad you all found me. Thank you so much. Until next time, Riker out.